It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and here he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skilled by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden Barrett and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and here he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skilled by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Gabella running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett down an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello, our esteemed viewers out there. You're welcome to Sports Orbit. First of all, we apologize for starting a little bit behind schedule, but nevertheless, we'll continue with the show. My name is Afa Acho, your host, and Salifu Usman is here. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit, the first for the week.
Yeah, good day, Alpha, and esteemed viewers. Also, join us first to say we are very sorry for starting behind. Due to some psychopathy beyond our control.
All right, without further wasting of much time, we'll begin straight from the NFF. Recall that in the past couple of 2-3 weeks on this show, we have always had a story or two about the appointment of a new coach. But after weeks and months of speculations, finally, the NFF has decided, I think in conjunction with the Ministry of Sport, have decided that Jose Paseiro is the man they feel will take Nigerian football forward. The football body finally announced the appointment of Jose Paseiro as the new head coach of the Super Eagles yesterday. The appointment, which takes immediate effect, subject to the signing of agreed terms between the NFF and the Portuguese coach. Peseiro is now expected to lead the Super Eagles for the first time during the upcoming tour of the United States, during which the 3-time African champions will slug it out with Mexico and Ecuador. Then, of course, the NFF also announced that former Nigerian international for Finidi will now be first assistant to Peseiro, while Salisu Yusuf will serve as second assistant as well as head coach of the Chan and under-23 national teams, while Usman Abdallah and Ebobo Rise Oweja Momere will be the third assistant and match analyst, respectively, with another former Nigerian international, Ike Shorumu, as the goalkeeper's trainer. The Portuguese, who last managed Venezuela national team, has previously handled Egyptian club Al Ahly as his only managerial experience right here on the continent of Africa. Salifu, after much speculations, denials, much to and fro, finally, we all woke up to that news. Actually, the news started filtering in gradually on Saturday night. I started getting some feelers on Saturday night, but nothing was confirmed yet until yesterday when we now heard that, well, this is the man who is going to be the head coach, chief coach of the Super Eagles.
Well, congratulations to Jose Paseiro. They are giving him the go-ahead to handle the Super Eagles, one of the best football team in the continent of Africa. And just like you say, the news started like Roma. And yes, he has been on the news line for a very long time, for sometimes almost a month now. But just like on the weekend, the news also started filtering and the Peseiro has been giving a go-ahead to start. But even at that last night, we tried to confirm the news. I contacted some officials from the NFL, even the spokesperson of the NFL, but they still denied, even at the last night on Saturday, that no, there's nothing official, there's nothing official. And if as far as I'm not seeing anything from them, we should just forget about it and not minding the post of those media side that I'm just speculating around the book. Then, only to in the afternoon, at noon yesterday, for us to just see the release official to confirm that yes, Peseiro has released the contract. Well, there's not anybody else that say it now. And if the Minister of Justice who was insisting on this one that the writing be done, at the end of the day, we have to to
Succumb.
succumb to the pressure and succumb to the wishes and caprices of the NFF. Then who am I again? Where the other person can see. So all we now let us wait and see how Peseiro will start his reign as the coach of the Super Eagles. And from what we have heard now is that a short-time contract has been given to him. You sign a contract for 12 months. That is just 1 year, subject to performance and subject to renewable based on the performance. Some clauses will be inserted into the contract based on the performance. If he perform well, then the contract will be renewed after 1 year. And from the previous that the NFL have claim to have learned from the experience of Kenneth Rod and no one to take chance this time around. So they will give him just an initial 12-month contract. So
at least that 12 months will be able to, if we qualify for the AFCON, he'll be able to lead us.
And to me, this is part of the mistake we normally make. Okay, for instance, now I don't think there's no within this 12 months. There's no any major competition for the Super Eagles to justify his performance. Why do you justify his performance? Like for instance, now we are going to play Mexico. If we are going to play Mexico and Ecuador, if you win that match, you will now say, okay, you have done well. But for instance, if you lose that match, if you lose against Mexico and Ecuador, there's a excuse to be he was not the one that selected the team. Remember, the team has been selected by who is now demoted to the assistant coach, second assistant coach. The list was listed by Salisu Yusuf, so it's not his official list. So now waiting for his official. And our next match is against the major match we have, the competitive match we have. We think before this one, it's just the qualifier against Liberia, Mauritanians, and
Malawi.
Sierra Leone. These are the qualifier we have. And against this team, ordinary one, you expect that Super Eagles to have their way. Again, to say coaching by any coach. Even you have, I believe that if they give you, I'm sure. Can be sure 100% sure that you beat Mauritania, you beat Malawi, you beat Sierra Leone and Liberia with the kind of players we have in the Super Eagles. So, well, let's see. And maybe by the time this is in April, maybe within this one year, we also may cover the next Africa Cup of Nations that is going to hold in Egypt. But I don't think so, because the qualifier of this Africa Cup will be terminated by March next year.
Yeah, exactly. So this 1 year contract won't even take him to the AFCON if we qualify. So are we now saying that if we now qualify, after the qualifiers will qualify, then maybe they'll now decide to extend by another 6 months or 1 year, as the case will be.
Qualify based on performance, he has performed well, then we'll extend the contract. So all we need to say, let's just keep watch, and we hope that Peseiro will not be another Kenneth Rod and be able to justify. But in football, a coach is good as his last match. But me, from what we have seen, and from based on his CB, what we have read, his last performance, it's not anything to go about. It was the last team he coached was Venezuela, and in that Venezuela, he didn't even win the simple match. After all the matches played.
Well, one of the appointments, I think, a bit, they're supposed to, I think the elevation of George to first assistant, because initially for me, I didn't see why Finidi George should be second assistant to Coach Salisu. And I mean, he has his hands full already. You are coach of Chan and of the under 23,
which is already a full job.
Exactly. So I didn't see any reason for him even being the first assistant. So I think for Finidi George, I think for me that's a good one. Then of course, Ikechukwu making a return back as goalkeeper's trainer.
But another thing I'm looking at. Okay, now we have appointed first and second and third assistant coaches for the coach, and the match analysis for him. The goalkeeper trainer. So are you saying that the coach, as it's done in football, what was? If you appoint a coach, needs to come of teams. Are we going to this? We are going to see only Peseiro will just hang his bag and move down to Nigeria and be the coach. Definitely he has to come to.
I can assure you that Peseiro, whenever a match is going on, you see one or two foreign people who will be on the bench with him. It's always like that.
It's always like that.
Yeah.
So to me, what NFF should have done, and as it's done in global, they are doing the best. If you appoint a coach, allow him to show his background, to show his background staff.
That's how it's done. That's how
And
it's
even
done.
though you are going to switch in collaboration with him, you should let him take the lead. These are the people I want to work with.
Yeah.
So
You
that,
might- you
so
could
that when
even
he
say,
fails,
yeah.
you can be able to hold him
Exactly. You
responsibly.
could even say, ask him, okay, if you want to make it fair, you can say, okay, bring 2 of your backroom staff. While for we might recommend 2 people for you. So to be part of your team. I don't think Peseiro would have any objections to that. But in a situation where you are selecting all the assistants, I really don't think.
Even the match analysis,
exactly.
analyze match to him. So another person will give the match analysis to analyze the match and then give it to him to act on it.
But you see, that goes to tell you that this was one of the conditions given to him, and he accepted. That is why the NFF were so keen in giving him the job, because some of these other coaches we had on the shortlist, I don't think they would have agreed to some of the things. But I mean, sometimes when someone is out of job and you need that job, you are ready to agree to exactly. You are ready to agree to any kind of terms, because I see no reason why Peseiro should even agree to this kind of deal in the first place.
But another thing is that the Nigerians should insist that the Nigerian NFF should make the terms of the contract available for all Nigerians
to see
how much is it going to earn. We should be able to see so that everybody can also come about interrogate it properly. How much is the salary? How much is it going to earn? And so that we know if certain things need to be done, if certain go wrong, so that we know where and who to responsible, who is going to pay the salary.
Exactly.
No, that's another debate that's even raging now. It means they say
because you are only one other man.
You are only one other man.
And if employed another person,
has approached the federal government and going to pay the salary. Either is going to be paid by the federal government from the president, from the Nigerian from the federal government post, or from the Nigerian football federation. We should be know, or a private investor, or a private individual, or I think so. Let know and who is going to pay that, so that when there's a problem, when there's a lapses, Nigerians should be know and who where to lay the blame appropriately.
All right, we'll move on now to the NPFL, where Plateau United have actually beat Wicked Tourist to reduce the lead. Rivers United once had a 7-point lead, but it's now 4 points. Of course, Rivers United also fell by the wayside during the weekend, and Plateau United has cut down that lead to 4 points. Well, it was unexpected. Heartland has been going through a difficult and trying period, a bad run of form, but nobody expected that they were going to spring up a surprise against league leaders Rivers United. And that they did in areas. They defeated Rivers United 2-0 in that one. Well, take a look at some of the results that went down during the weekend. And, of course, we'll also look at the NPFL table. But, I mean, it's 4 points now. Like we said earlier, I didn't expect Rivers United to lose to Heartland. I was thinking maybe worst case scenario, a draw, but Heartland had other plans.
You know, when we preview these matches at the week on Friday and weekend, we all agree that and hope that give it to everybody that the Friday is going to have an easy run against Heartland, based on the performance of Heartland so far this season. But unfortunately, unexpectedly, Heartland turned the table against Rivers United, and then to me, winning that match against the Rivers United is like they have won the league. To me, they have won their own. They have already won their own titles, and she runs boost for their battle for the relegation, for the relegation.
Yeah.
And for Plateau United, just like we say in the preview of match for the weekend,
3-1 winners over Wicked
Plateau
Tourist.
United will definitely need to bounce back to the winning. But if they have slipped again, that would have been a bad one for them. But fortunate for them, they were able to get a solid gain of 3 points, while Rivers United dropped their own 3 points, and another have not closed the gap to just 4 points. With this now, Rivers United can still be hopeful and dream that they can still win the title.
Yeah.
Because any further step for Rivers United now, that will also close the gap, and if they win their own match, now they got 1 point. So it's clear so that for these two sides, the league is still it's too horse race for these two sides.
Well, in other matches, Enyimba 2-1 winners over Lobby Stars. Niger Tornadoes 1-0 over Gombe United. Katsina United 1-0 over Nassau United. In Kwara State, it was Kwara United versus Shooting Stars 3-1. Well, MFM lucky enough to get 3 points over Kano Pillars. The poor run of form continues for Kano Pillars, while for Remo Stars, it was 1-0 over Enugu Rangers. Actually, 1-0. While Sunshine Stars over Aqua United played out a goalless draw in that one. Now over to And next story where the Waffle Zombie that's talking about the Flying Eagles. The Flying Eagles are set to battle Cote d'Ivoire in the semi-finals of the 2022 Under-20 Waffle B tournament going on in Niger Republic. The semi-final pairing was confirmed after the Flying Eagles were confirmed as Group B winners. The Ladambozo team finished top in the group after Burkina Faso beat defending champions of the Waffle Zone B Black Satellites of Ghana 2-1 on Saturday. Okay, so looking at these boys are already in the semi-final, not at least expected. I didn't expect them to perform any worse than that.
Yeah, yes, there is a final. They win the group with 4 points.
Yeah.
The same point with Burkina Faso. Super the Flying go win their first match 2-0 against the Black Star, and then draw 2-1, draw 2-2 against the Burkina Faso. So they just 3 teams in the group. But Ghana lost their own 2 matches. They lost the Fly Eagles 2-0 and then lost to Burkina Faso 2-1. So Super Eagle Fly Eagle top the group by better goal difference. So they have a better goal difference than Burkina Faso. Even though they are on the same 4 points, but they are ahead of Burkina Faso based on goal difference. And then they are now meeting the second runner-up in the Group A, which is Cote d'Ivoire, while Benin Republic top that group. So when I probably go face Burkina Faso and Super Fly go face Cote d'Ivoire. So and get the vote to Cote d'Ivoire. We'll still wait for Saddam Bush, him and his boy. Well, when they take on the match, I think the match will be good tomorrow, Wednesday, and that's how it's going to be. Hopefully that they'll be able to get the final. And once they qualify for the final, that automatically give the ticket to the African Youth Championship coming up in Egypt.
Away from that, now to some transfer news where Aston Villa has also joined the race for Nigerian Rangers midfielder Joe Aribo, who is highly fancied by Steven Gerrard, who's signed him during his reign in charge of the Rangers. Gerrard is looking at the reunion with Joe Aribo at Aston Villa, not forgetting that some weeks ago, Aston Villa were also linked to Wilfred Ndidi, not to from Griezmann.
Yeah, that is a good one. Gerrard is a big fan of the. He brought Aribo to Scotland to Rangers, and since he left the Rangers, went to Scotland, Aston Villa. I still hope that he need him at the Aston Villa. But not now, like other regions who allowed him to go. So that to me, I think Aribo will be willing to go and join Mr. Gerrard. But one thing that another thing that may handle this move that Rangers where they are in the Scottish League as a Scottish top, they are qualified to play in the Champions League. Yeah. But whether Rangers Aribo will sacrifice the Champions League to go and play for the love of the Gerrard, to go and play for Aston Villa is another different thing. We're hoping to see why as we cooperate this summer transfer.
Yeah. Right, away from that on to some baseball and softball, where the Japan Africa Baseball and Softball Federation Foundation and the Nigerian Baseball and Softball Association have agreed to sign an MOU to develop softball in Nigeria through the Nigerian Baseball Development Project for a period of 5 years, according to a statement by the Embassy of Japan in Abuja. The signing ceremony of the MOU will hold at the baseball park of the MK Abiola Stadium Complex, Abuja, on the 20th of May 2020. It will be witnessed by the Japanese ambassador to Nigeria and the Nigerian Olympic Committee. Well, baseball, softball, not too much of a popular game in Nigeria, but well, I think apart from the United States, baseball and softball is a big deal out there in Japan, and here Japan are trying to, revive the game, make it more popular here in Nigeria by signing this MOU.
Well, that's a good one. We congratulated the Nigerian Baseball Federation for striking that deal and hope that they will be able to further develop our sport. I think there are some interest in Nigerian youth who are interested in baseball and softball. It's a very opportunity for them to do that to enhance their own career.
Yeah. Yes. So say congratulations to that. So for young boys and girls out there who are interested in baseball and softball, this is an opportunity to look out for and get into the game. Away from that now to the EPL, where Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has said that his team still has a chance of finishing in the top 4 in the Premier League. Recall that the Gunners were brought aside 3-0 by Tottenham, meaning the battle for the final league spot will go down to the wire. And of course, Tottenham also emerged victorious yesterday in their game against Burnley, who they are now actually in the fourth position, pending when Arsenal plays. Let's take a look at results of matches that also went down in the EPL during the weekend.
And Arsenal has bought themselves into a
corner. Yeah.
Now they are under pressure.
They must win their remaining 2 games.
You can't deny that. Arsenal, Arteta and his team are under pressure because the match against Tottenham was the best opportunity for them to ease the pressure off. If they have played that match, either a draw or getting the result, that would have at least caused them to the beat and say that perfectly they are sure of the top position. Now, losing that match to Tottenham has boosted the morale of the Tottenham.
Of course.
That they can get a ticket. Now Arsenal is under a pressure. And Tottenham playing before Arsenal is another minor for Arsenal. Because now Arsenal know that they must ensure they win tonight. And if they don't win tonight, anything short of victory, then they should just forget about the top 4. They should just forget about it. So Arsenal and his team need to make sure that they keep it within their grasp. But if he slips off their fingers, the machine slips off them, not hoping on another person to give it a favor. And even the Tottenham last match is against Norwich, which is as good as they have won the match.
So I mean, Arsenal need to win all 3 matches to ensure that remaining 2 games to ensure that at least they have a chance to qualify. Well, in the other match, Man City also dropped points.
Yes, Man City also dropped 1 point,
opening. Giving Liverpool some sort of hope.
And even the sort of hope is still Man City still have the opportunity. We still have the game in their hand. Yeah. Because it's still in their hand to win the match, to win the league.
Exactly. Because they just need to win. They just need to win,
and we just need to win their last, and that is as well as winning the title. Because that means if Liverpool, for instance, have get the result against Tottenham, that match where they draw, have done the damage to the Liverpool dream of winning the title. Because the sleep now would have given them opportunity. But having draws, it is like now it's like that draw. Now is that draw that Man City now draw it back and lose another 2 points. That 2 points and still Man City still have 4 points, command to 4 point lead at the moment. So if Man City have one match to go, while Liverpool still have 2 matches to go. But if Liverpool, if they win their next match, that will still be 1 point ahead of. Still have 1 point ahead. Still have 1 point ahead of them, and going to the final match. And all Man City don't have anything to worry about Liverpool. Because all they need to just worry about themselves and ensure that they don't sleep again. Or if they sleep in the final match, well, they automatically give Liverpool an edge.
Right, to the other story.
The FA Cup.
Yeah, of course. We also the FA Cup where once again Liverpool having the better of Chelsea for the 2nd time this season. Played same that went for the Carabao Cup, played the final on penalties. This time game on penalties, Liverpool emerging. So Liverpool have already won 2 domestic titles already in the bag. And let's see if they're able to win the remaining 2 that they are chasing.
And fortunately, all against the final, all the titles against Chelsea this season. And I was hoping that Chelsea would be able to win this FA Cup, but unfortunately, it is slip on the fight. So when won the penalty kick, first and foremost, the Chelsea skipper missed his shot, and then when Monday night then save his compatriot, saves for money, we were hoping that it's an opportunity for Chelsea, like Chelsea fans are now hoping that we're likely going to be only for the young man to blow out to miss the kick again. And fortunately gives Liverpool and Liverpool now they have 2 titles of the Premier League this season.
All right, 2 and last year before you go to some transfer news where New United boss Eric Ten Hag has identified Chelsea star N'Golo Kante could be his first major signing as he takes charge of City. Well, it's depending on if contract talks with N'Golo Kante does not progress. He's hoping that Man U could swoop on. N'Golo Kante will be 31 this year, and he still feels that he still has 2 or 3 seasons to offer to at least carry the young boys under his wing and at least guide them as he hopes to rebuild the team?
Yeah, it's good if you are coming from the Dutch league and you need to bring somebody with experience of the English Premier League and you can't often either is starting, but nobody can force Kante pedigree when it comes to the holding midfield in the league. People are just as the best holding midfielder in the EPL.
Yeah.
But one thing that Edap sells to allow him to do, but the contractor is still ongoing.
Yeah.
But with this interest, I think that would also give us an opportunity that we need to hit up. If not, this guy will slip off our fingers.
All right, viewers, for now that's the much we can give to you on today's episode of Sports Orbit. Tomorrow we'll come back with a bigger package and a more fuller episode of this show. Salifu, thank you for being on the show today with me once again. All right, till we come tomorrow again. I remain your host, Afa Acho. Stay safe out there, and it's goodbye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.